the ceremonies that are private little ceremonies, right? When we have a special dinner or we are uniting together for a reason, or just, you know, to give a little ambiance to the environment. And I know it's light in the day today, but anyways, if you have a candle and if you want to light it, when you light it, think about the intention that you would like to put into this fire. All right. So fire does a couple things in the way I look at it. And the way I like to see things is in a very kind of yogic way, in terms of the way that things come into balance, and the way that we take one seemingly opposite and we bring it to the other side, and then we unite them so that we have that balance. That's why we do things like cat and cow, right? Where we really open up our heart and our chest, and then we close it up, right? So when we go on one side of the body, we take it to the other side, because we really want to find that, that connection between these seemingly opposites. So when I light this candle, it does bring on the light. It helps me to see clearer in maybe what I want out of life, what I want to gain. It helps to light my path so that I can see any obstacles that might be coming in my way, and maybe do some problem solving on how to rearrange myself to get through those obstacles. So it's really beneficial in that way. But it also, the flame and can burn, right? And it can take away as well. So I have done a lot of ceremonies where, you know, we'll take something that we want to release, that we want to let go of, and we throw it into the fire. Maybe it's into the Temescal fire, my sweat lodge fire. Maybe it's just into a communal fire pit that we've created. But it also will help us to release, right? So it helps to guide and bring in, and it helps us to release. So maybe just be thinking today, what are those things in your life that you are grateful for having to receive? And what are some things that maybe have happened this year that you've released and you've let go of? And as we go through class today, we're going to go through ABCs, my at least ABCs of what I'm thankful and grateful for. Some of them might be similar to yours, but will help to maybe spark an idea for you. Because, you know, generally we'll say Thanksgiving Day, we're thankful for our family, we're thankful for our friends, we're thankful for our health, right? Those are some general three biggies that people will spend a little time appreciating. But this, going through the ABCs, when I wrote this out, it really made me have to think about, you know, other aspects of my life and find some more gratitude there. So if you have that candle, just keep it lit somewhere close by. And we are taking ourselves to the chair. Just wanted to start. And I'll take that candle so it comes maybe into view, but also have it someplace where you don't end up kicking it over or having a dog kick it over. Walk over that way. And we'll go ahead and begin. Today is going to be me sharing again some of the things that I'm grateful for, hoping to spark for you some of the things that you might be grateful for as well. So our movements are going to be repetitive. And I'm going to go ahead and turn off my notifications. They're going to be repetitive. They're going to be very centered on our breath. All right. So I might not be describing so much the posture. I might be doing it more than describing. And so anyways, that's kind of how we'll proceed today. I've got the fire lit behind me. And so welcome into this home of mine. Welcome into the coziness of your own home in your own space. And let's just begin in that nice, core, straight vessel of our spine, right? Lining everything up. And as we do, we're just going to attend to our breath. Paying attention to it, however it is, seeing how deep it might be, how open it might be, how fast or slow it might be. Just where are you in your breath right now? And as we just focus in on our breath, I'm going to share with you the things for me that I find with the letter A that I'm thankful for. And the very first thing is this air that we breathe. And trying to take note in my life more and more, different times in my day, feeling maybe breeze on my face by going outside and just being in the sun and being in the air. See how healing just that can be. Also, for me, I have a daughter named Angelita, the angel. So I'm very thankful for her, as you are for the relatives that are in your life. And the other thing is, I know that sitting here in front of you, I would not be the same person that I am today if it wasn't for my adoption. I'm really thankful that two strangers reached out to me once upon a time and said, yes, we want this little brown child, this 13-month-old, to come and live with us. It changed my life. And then just let your hands slide down the sides of your chair. We're just going to repeat lifting of arms up to shoulders, palm up, inhale. Let them come down, palm down, exhale. As we go into my Thanksgiving ABCs of B, and that's breath. Goes along with air, but also air is something we can feel in all parts of our body too, as we take in the breath from that air. Keep going, just breathing, lifting. And another B for me is body. We're all different shapes of our bodies out there. Let's be thankful for the ones that we have. Continue treating them with respect, with dignity. The blessings. Maybe lift your arms up a little higher this time. Lifting hands up towards the heavens and thanking the universe for the blessings that we have, those personal blessings in our whole life. Exhale, take your hands on down. Chin maybe comes to your chest. Keep repeating it about that same height. And along with blessings, thankful for our own birth, so that we can be present in this world, receive these blessings. Be thankful for the births that occur around us, in our families, with our friends. I know for me, I'll never be a grandmother, but I'm letting that go and I'm just taking in the joy of the births of my friends' grandchildren. Let's lift a little higher now, maybe into more of a V shape if you want. Lengthen that side body a little bit more. We inhale and look. We exhale, we come down. Keep going. Coming into my C for thankfulness. She's not here today, but I'm thankful for Cheryl. She reminds me of Cheryl Cathard. She's in these classes with us generally. She reminds me of that wild woman that runs with the wolves. All of the experiences, life experiences that she's had and continues to have. I think today during our meditation, and speaking meditation, that's what we're doing now, really. This is a moving meditation. During the meditation this morning, she mentioned she's going to go, I think, to Bosque de Apache today. Let's do a couple more here. Along with the C for Cheryl. And to personalize this, let's look at compassion too, right? Compassion. Compassion for ourselves. Unconditional love of self. Compassion for others. One more time here. And releasing down. Now we're going to another C, and that's the cat and the cow. I love cat and cow because it helps to keep my spine and your spines youthful. And that's what the yogis say. Bring your chest forward, lift up. They say you can tell the age of a person, not by the number of years they've been on this planet. And then come into cat. And with your exhale, keep going. But it's by the flexibility of the spine. And I think cat, cow. And I thank cat, cow for bringing that into my life, into my spine. And me being able to share that with you. So we can have longevity. We can move safely through our lives. Let's do two more here. And two more sets. And coming into D. Take yourself up on D and take one hand to the front. Share leg. The other hand lifts up as we say thank you to Denise Coleman. Denise is with us today. Thank you, Denise, for your friendship. Thank you. And let's come on over for your positivity, for you taking your own health into your own hands, for you knowing what's right for you and your body, for you making those boundaries in your life right now to stay safe and healthy. Bring yourself on up. For taking your time, let that left hand come down to join us and be with us and help build this community of our Share Yoga class. Let's come on over. Always seeing you be such a helpful, giving person. And I ask that you continue to give to yourself in a good way. Lift on it. Right hand comes down. And repeat as I add a couple more D's here. Rise your left hand up. Thank you to Doug for being here. I know many of you haven't been able to meet Doug. He doesn't have access to video or the audio, but I've had the opportunity, and I'm grateful to have met Doug. He's taught me a lot of lessons. Lessons related to fortitude. Bring yourself on up. Exhale down. Lessons about strength. Right arm up. And again, also someone who's reached out to do his own healing. It's come a long way. And thank you for trusting me, trusting others to come into this space and share. Rising up. Share your space with us. Lift arms up, palm up, shoulder height. And just breathe here a couple breaths, palms up, turning thumb down, pinky up. And not present with us now, but ever present each morning for us is Denise Kavner. So I thank Denise. She makes me a better person. She gives so much. She's so wise, sweet, and endearing. I'm glad we've all been able to form this community that we've developed. Open up your hands. Go ahead and lift them up again into a V. Exhale. Come forward a bit. Not too much, just a little bit. Forward incline. Arms stay out. Bring yourself back. Sit up. She really has been keeping this program going. Keep going. We're going to rock here. Just slide incline forward and back. By getting those messages out to you. By arranging the Zoom scheduling as it changes, and just being so giving of your time to us and so authentic and genuine. Really lift high. Exhale, let's float our hands on down. And now I'm going to move to my ease. So my ease. I've got energy here. So bring your hands up again and bring them forward. Interlace, push away energetically. Okay. As you push away your hands towards me, palms, my hands towards you. I'm going to incorporate my other E here, and that's earth. Earth plane. So push into your feet. Push out through your palms, keeping your spine erect. And there's another E. Breathe here. Every toe situated with weight on the earth, your entire foot on the earth plane, using the energy in your arms to push away. And then lifting up high. Maybe you don't come all the way, biceps by your ears, that's okay. Wherever you are, push away some more. Lift through the shoulders, maybe looking up towards wherever your enlaced hands reached. Find that energy. Push down into the earth plane. Exhale, releasing your hands. Oh yeah, just let them float on down. Let your head come on down, bow down. Hands reach down. Really just let the weight of your shoulders pull away from your ears. I'm going to take and interlace my fingers at the base of my spine now and talk about F. My F's that I'm thankful for. And the first one I put is forgiveness. I'm going to squeeze my hands together. Squeeze my shoulder blades together. And let my heart come forward. That's what we have to do when we forgive ourselves and others, is let our hearts be open. And through forgiveness, our hearts are open even more. We're not so heavy there, holding on to anger, holding on to regrets, whatever that might be. We let it go through forgiveness. Two other F's I have here, friends and family. Sometimes we have to forgive our friends. And I don't mean have to. There's never a have to. Sometimes we choose to forgive our friends. So go ahead and release your hands. Take them on back to your knees. And let's cat-cow just a few times here. Talk a little bit more of that. So, I have friends. It doesn't mean just because someone's a friend that you're never going to have encounters that are a little bit sticky, I guess. And we either speak about forgiveness, saying, I forgive you, or can you forgive me, or please forgive me, or I ask for forgiveness, so that we can move on. We can learn from whatever that was. And sometimes that forgiveness, keep going here, is easier with friends than it is with family. Some of you may know what I'm talking about. I'm going to be having a hard time coming to forgiveness. I suggest that you do a little bit of cat-cow. I suggest you do a little bit of heart opening, because it will help. It will help you to get deep there, so you can know what's really real. Let's come back to a straight spine. Know what's really important in life, right? And what is not, and how we can go back to the E word, ego, right? I'm thankful that I can recognize my own ego and come into that place of forgiveness. The other thing that forgiveness gives us is freedom. So I want you to take your hands right here. I want you to make fists, elbows are out. So I'm going to be right here at my chest level. And then I'm going to let my hands expand out. Fingers fly outward. Bring them in. Finding freedom there. Come in, take away any of the heaviness, any of the weeds that we have there in our heart center, and let it go, let the heart open. Find freedom through forgiveness. Inhale here. Inhale, and we're just like holding on. We're holding on maybe to anger, something that we don't need or want. And then exhale, let it go. Let the anger go. Let whatever it is go. Disagreement, let it go. Let's take our hands and just take little circles all the way down here now. Finding that freedom. And then I'm also thankful for flowers and for fitness. And then I'm going to come to G. And we're going to talk about grace, right? I'm going to take my left leg out and stretch it out a bit there. Stay high on well, not high on the chair, but towards the end of the chair. Flatten out my left foot. My right knee is going to open up just a little bit. I'm just going to be gracefully taking my arm up and taking it over. Inhale, lifting up. Swing it on down. Take it on up. And I think one of the added benefits to yoga is building grace in our bodies. I know for me, even when I fall with more grace and less chance of hurting myself as well. And when we walk with grace, we walk with our breath, we walk with mindfulness in our life, there will be less chance of injury, less chance of falling. Let's do that 2 more times. On this side. There's a lot more I could say about G. You have your own. I'll leave it at that. Let's go ahead and switch out legs. My left knee bends and I just place my foot on the earth plane and my right leg's going to come out. If I can, flat-footed there. Find myself nicely planted on my chair so that I don't go anywhere. And begin that, lifting up, coming over. Moving into H. The person I have listed here is Harriet. I don't know if she joined us today. I had to add a few people in pretty quickly at the end there, so it's Harriet if you're here or not. We appreciate you coming in when you can. Even before we were all Zooming, you were one of those that came. It's like Sparky and Lydia so often into our classes, our live classes. Live classes. This is a live class too. Not our dead classes, our live classes, but our face-to-face classes, right? Keep breathing, remember. At your exhale, inhale, lift. I am very thankful for my heart. I'm thankful for my health. I'm thankful for places like Vessel Health that works with heart care. Heart health, not just by giving pills, but by adding these programs. And I'm thankful for hope. Hope is the name of my birth mother. In Spanish, it's Esperanza. She's still alive. 85 and going strong. 2 more times, please. Her mind might not always remember what she just ate, but she's witty and physically pretty healthy. And 1 more. And over. Bring yourself up. And take yourself on over. And I'm going to bring my feet in. And we're going to stand just a bit and utilize the chair in that way. Just a bit for a little bit of down dog. Standing up, taking that chair. And you can just take either this back, where you're just going to go into down dog, kind of in a straight back formation, okay? More like a half lift, or you can turn it around the other way. Maybe taking your feet back a little bit farther and taking yourself down to stretch out the back legs. And just breathing here. One of the reasons I wanted to go into down dog here is because my I is for Inky, And Inky is the black dog that comes into the picture every now and then. Go ahead and bend into your knees just a little bit. Come on high onto the balls of your feet. Your ears and biceps are close together there. Whether you have your hands on the lower part of the chair or the upper, you're just stretching out that spine. And then heels may come down. Still, you might have some bend in those legs because of your tightness maybe in the back side of your legs. So let's come up on the ball of one foot and press down into the heel or towards the ground, flattening that other foot. And then place that foot down. Bring your other one up. Take it down. So those of you that have or have had dogs, you know what joy they bring, how they can be things we're very thankful for at one moment, and then another moment it's like, oh, very aggravating. But in the end, they do show us that unconditional love. I'm just pedaling out my feet here. I'm pulling in at my belly, right? So that I make sure that I'm nice and strong in my core. And then I'm going to walk my feet up towards the chair. And I'm just going to stand in a mountain pose for a bit. We'll come back to the chair. And if you want, you can sit in mountain pose. I've got my feet about hips distance. I'm just going to take my hips left and right here. Again, just swaying my body. Your eyes can close. You can keep them open. I'm going to go into J. J is dedicated for me today to Josephine. Josephine, thank you for adding your beautiful smile to these classes. Thank you for the personal emails that you've sent to me and the connection that we've been able to make. I'm very grateful for you, and I know the others are as well, because you become part of an important part of this community. And one of the benefits, as you sway, maybe you feel yourself swaying a little bit more, okay? One of the benefits of us coming into this virtual world is meeting new people we would not have met otherwise, right? So maybe this might just stick with us forever and ever. And then take your hands on your hips. And so, just so a few of you know, Josephine and I have a connection with the country of Chile. We both lived in Chile, she longer than me, and probably a little more in depth than I did, but I was there for a year. So I've been able to share a little bit about that. And let's reverse, going the other way. And I love that all of us are so diverse, our ages, the places we come from, our personalities, our bodies. And again, just thank you, Josephine, you're a jewel to me. And coming into stillness here, I'm going to open up our hearts. For Josephine as well, take your hands down, fingers are spread out. I'm going to take my hands behind me here, push through my feet, interlace my fingers. And just as we did seated, I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades together. Open up my heart to anything and everything I want to be grateful for today. Feeling that in my breath, that in my body. Feeling that all the way down into the earth. And pulling it at the navel as I slowly rise up here. Releasing my hands. I'm going to take them into my heart space here. I'm going to place my thumb right into my thymus or sternum area there. Not hard, but just knowing that it's there. And I want to just Be quiet for a moment and think about kindness as something we're grateful for, either giving or receiving. Thinking about random acts of kindness, ones we've received, ones we've given, ones we might want to give. I was totally surprised by one the other day. And it's funny when we receive something like that, it's like, okay, now I want to give to people too. Right? It's like smiles, same thing. When we flash a smile, it flashes to somebody else who smiles, who flashes to somebody else that smiles, and on and on and on. Go ahead and inhale your hands up over your head. Maybe you just make a little bend in your elbow, or maybe you extend your arms all the way. That's an inhale. Exhale, hands come back to heart as we go into L. L, the place of love, the place of light. Inhale, lift. L for Lori. Thank you for being here. And I exhale, keep on going while I just keep talking away. And you use your breath. I really look forward to knowing you better, Lori, as an individual. And all the beauty that you are bringing to this earth. We thank you as part of our community for joining us in this virtual way. Keep coming, keep sharing your space and your place with us, your breath with us. Keep moving, you guys, as you're moving your hands above your head, above your crown chakra, towards the universe. And then you're bringing that universal energy back down through crown chakra, third eye, throat chakra, down to your heart. Keep going. Also offering this to Lydia, who I don't think is here today. I don't think I checked you in, Lydia. I can't remember. Some people came in at the end, but you're usually here. Lydia and I have connected now for about 4 years through Vessel Health. So grateful for her goodness as well, her stories, her family members that she shared with me along the way. One more time, let's stop at our heart now. Keeping elbows out. Let's go ahead and take our hands out, pushing away. And then bringing our arms back in. Keep elbows lifted so we get a little work for our chest and our triceps here. And push away. So M, gratefulness for movement, right? And we realize how important movement is. When we do something like this moving meditation, where we're using breath to amplify our travel through space. I'm also personally thankful for Mark, starts with an M, in my life. It's been a true gift for me. And those of you that know him, you know what a giving, kind soul he is. Gentlemen. And that takes me to the next M, music. He's brought a lot of music into my life. He'll be bringing music into our life on the 16th. Push away. As we share a couple different songs with you. Won't give away too much about that. One more time, push away. Inhale. Exhale, take your hands back, thumb towards your heart. Let your hands come down to the side. Bend into your knees just a little bit so you still see your toes. Exhale. Take yourself back, straight legs, inhale. To close your eyes as we go into N. Nature. Just keep that little bend going. A little straightening. Today's class is just really gentle. So N for nature. So as you do your little gentle vinyasa flow here, just a bent knee and then extending. Think about the place in nature that you have, that comes to mind for you. A place where you could stay forever and never realize the time. For me, it's a beach in Chile. In a park area where you come down from a rainforested area. Fray Jorge National Park. You come down into the beach. We did a little backpack trip there. I'll always come to that place when I want to maybe erase something that needs to be erased or to bring in something that I need to bring in with those waves. 2 more times here. And standing up in mountain pose. And we're going to go ahead and honor. I'm going to turn the chair around so that that tall part is next to me. Because we're going to do work on balance. I want to honor in my gratitude my favorite month, and that's October. October is when the leaves fall and just the weather is beautiful and the colors. So you can do your tree pose just like this, okay? Maybe you want to take up and down on the balls of your feet. Keep your hand on the chair for your balance, for your safety. If you're someone that practices another form of chair or tree, you can go ahead and take out your left hip, knee, and your foot. And just balance there, maybe with one hand or two. I'm keeping my foot on the ground so I can balance maybe without holding on to the chair. Or I can go and take it to any place, knowing that chair is there, lifting it up on my leg if you like. I'm going to stay really grounded today. I'm going to close my eyes and think about my favorite month. How grateful that I am that I've lived now 63 Octobers. Standing in tree, knowing that all trees are unique, just like me, just like you. And taking that tree formation in any form you would like. If you've had one leg bent, you can go ahead and flatten it. Take it to the other side for a few breaths as well, just so we can equalize. If you're standing just straight, just feel your roots grounding down. For in October, that's what happens. The roots get ready. They get ready for the transition into fall and winter. So we can be nice and strong come the end of the winter and into spring. Take my feet down. Then we're going to just get back into the chair. And want to recognize in our chair, and the thing that I'm really grateful for, and you all as well, is peace. And I know I'm going to spread my knees and open them a bit. In our world, we can get kind of caught up in the things that aren't so peaceful. That's why we have to start remembering to come back inside of ourselves as well. So we're going to bow down to peace a bit here, sliding down, hands onto my shins, stopping wherever feels right, and taking a bow to peace. Sliding myself up, stopping at my knees, letting my heart release for peace, so I can become part of it. I'm taking a bow in gratitude. Holding it at my belly whenever I come low. Okay, you guys know that. Breathing in peace. Coming into that forward fold as deep or not so deep as you like. And then finding yourself just seated upright. And just take and make some circles here as I go into Q. Questions. I love questions. I love to question things. In Spanish, I often call myself a preguntona. And that isn't someone that's not necessarily nosy. Someone that has interest, right? I'm interested in other people. And I ask a lot of questions. And I like it when they ask me questions too, because then I feel like someone's interested in me. I'm going to go the other way. So I am grateful for questions, and obviously answers come with that, right? Going around in circles, just feeling that spiral action there. And then coming back, taking ourselves upright. If you have a block, great. If not, we're just going to use our leg as a place to find support. Okay, and leg is fine. And we're just going to take some side bends here. Again, maybe having your legs open a little bit more depending on where you want to go. We're onto R now. And Rose isn't here with us today, but I'm going to offer this gratitude to her, lifting one elbow up, one arm down, and opening up my hand. So think of a rose, right? You think of the beauty in a rose and how we give roses to people that we love and how roses make us smile. How roses are sweet and delicate. And that's how I feel about our Rose that comes to our classes. She's added so much too. Go ahead and bend your elbow, slide back down, come on up. Taking the block on the other side, come on down. So I think any of us that have those beautiful smiles that shine, right? That shine to us in our Zoom little portal that we are able to look in. Really stretch here. Smiles, sweet smells, all those things. They bring a really light feeling to us. That's what I feel about Rose. I don't know her that well, but I can't imagine her having any enemies. Bend your elbow, bring it on down. Sitting up, that should feel really good and releasing. We're going to do that again. We're going to lower on down the left side, holding on, if you don't have that block, to the side of your leg. And we're going to go into S and That would be Sparky. She may have thought I forgot her when we were on the deeds for Deb. Took me a while to start calling her Sparky, but that's what we've all grown to love, her name and the sparkiness and the sparkliness that she brings to us. I'm going to go ahead now and let my bicep come by my ear. You also, Sparky, in the letter S, you're strong. You're a strong woman. You're a good role model for us to, again, take on our own empowerment, to go out for a walk, to go on a bike ride, to go travel, to go do whatever, and maybe just by ourselves, right? Not always needing somebody else to go with. Go ahead and bend your elbow. Take it on down your thigh and slide up the other side slowly. But I admire you. Come on down. Bring that left elbow up. And I'm grateful for your presence as well. Releasing. And your words of wisdom. Your spunkiness. Thank you for bringing that to us. Stretching here. So I've talked about smiles. That fits into how grateful I am for smiles from others, people that assist me in smiling. Grateful for the sun. Living here in New Mexico and seeing the sun so often in our lives. How I appreciate a cloudy day every now and then, but I love the sun. Bend your elbow. Bring yourself back up. Find your arms along here. Find your knees. And just rotate in your chest. Kind of look down and we see our chest moving around and round. So it's not as deep as in our hips. We're going to go around the other way. Songs are another thing I'm thankful for. Songs that help us to heal a lot of times. Songs that help us to escape sometimes, to release. Songs that bring about memories. I'm coming to stillness again here. Take your hands to the back of your chair, palm down, fingers pushing away from you. So I'm seated way on the front of the chair here. I'm going to press my feet into the ground. So I'm going to push down with my hands, push down with my feet, open up my knees a little bit more and squeeze into my glutes. And I'm going to look up. T, I wrote tears. And you might think that's a little bit of a strange thing to put for the letter T. And keep pushing down isometrically, pushing into your feet. But tears, tears of joy and tears of sadness. It's a cleanse to cry. It's a cleanse to shed tears. And come on up. And regroup just a little bit here. And for me, I'm going to go ahead and just move those blocks out of the way. For me, when I cry, when I'm able to shed tears, I really feel like, whew, I have let go of, I've let go of a lot of whatever's been heavy here, whatever's been heavy here, whatever's been heavy here. I'm able to release and let go. If you're given the opportunity in your life to cry, don't hold back, let it go. It really is, it's a good sensation to just find. And then take your hands to your head. And let's thank our minds and our heads for understanding not just things that relate to knowledge, but understanding. Now I'm going to leave my right hand on my head and take my left hand to my heart. Understanding the language of emotions and how we read those in ourselves and other people. And through that understanding, we find connection. We may find that forgiveness we talked about. We find that compassion that we talked about. And exhale, hands down onto your Nice. V. Take your hands right here, interlace fingers. This is going to work with our breath because we are all currently and hopefully all virus-free. The way to be, to show that, we're going to take some deep breaths here. Pull your elbows down. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Chin rises up. Inhale. Chin comes down. Elbows come up. We're going to explode our air out of our mouth as we're not able to do too much anymore. 2 more times. Virus-free, the way to be. 1 more time. Virus-free, the way to stay. Releasing hands down. W, warrior. Just going to move a little bit here. Being a warrior, right? Our arms out maybe, or our arms up, or balancing in warrior pose. Taking ourselves into a reverse warrior pose. We all practice those in our yoga, and we practice it in our lives, okay? Being strong guerreras, being strong warriors in this world. I'm also very thankful for being able to walk and getting out and walking. And walking, even if you don't want to leave your premises or your neighborhood, just get out and get some sun and get out and walk. And I am grateful that I'm taking time to do that. I'm grateful that we here in our country have water that we can take easily from the tap, unlike a lot of other places in this world. I'm grateful for my dog Wango. He's over there taking a nap right now. X. What is you going to do for X's? I am thankful for all my X's in my life because they've taught me something about myself and about relationships. So I don't think that anything or anyone or any situation in our life should totally be X'd out. I think there are things that we all can carry and learn from those experiences. And why? Yoga. Thank you for being in this yoga program, and so we can stay active and working our yoga practice together and creating that yoga practice together. I'm also thankful for a word that starts with Y called Yao Soshi. That is a Nahuatl word, and that is the name of my Temazcal, Yao Soshi. Yao Soshi means flower wars. Because when we enter into this womb, this adobe womb that has been created on my property, we enter there to fight our own internal battles. And then Z, Zen. Let's just be Zen for 1 more minute here. Maybe taking your candle back into your hands, if you had it. Taking a look at that flame. Bring it maybe closer to your center. In the chakra system, fire resides in our belly area because it gives us the strength that we need to carry on, gives us that strength that we need to feel self-determined. So I'm going to thank this little candle for being present with me today, for helping to light my way, dándome luz en mi camino. And also, when I blow it out, helping me to release the things that no longer serve me.